The financial markets are moving quickly right now as global tensions, energy prices, and investor sentiment continues to shift. Over the past few days, we've seen oil prices surge. Stock markets react to geopolitical developments and volatility spread across currencies, across commodities and even crypto. When global news like this hits the markets, things can look uncertain at first, but for traders, volatility can actually create opportunity. Strong news events tend to create bigger price movements, stronger trends, and more trading setups across multiple markets. In today's video, we're going to break down three major stories currently driving the markets. We're going to explain how they affect traders and also look at why trading with a reliable broker like PU Prime can make a huge difference during volatile market conditions. Let's start with the energy market, which has been one of the biggest drivers of global volatility recently. According to this report, oil prices are once again hovering above the $100 per barrel level as tensions in the Middle East continue to disrupt global energy markets. Oil is one of the most important commodities in the world because it affects everything from transportation to manufacturing inflation. When oil prices surge, the impact spreads quickly across a global economy. Higher energy costs can increase inflation, which then forces central banks to reconsider interest rate policies. That can influence currencies. It can influence stock markets and commodities all at the same time. For traders, this type of environment creates opportunities not just in oil itself, but across Forex pairs and indices that react to rising inflation expectations. This is where having access to multiple markets becomes extremely useful. Platforms like PU Prime allow traders to access commodities like oil alongside Forex and indices, meaning traders can react quickly as global events shift market sentiment. The second major reaction we're seeing is happening in global stock markets. According to this report, European stock markets have been falling as oil prices remain elevated around the $100 level. If trading feels confusing or inconsistent, it might not be your efforts. It might just be a lack of clear direction. Let me introduce the Signaler.com, a signal service focused on delivering precise, well-structured trade ideas without all the unnecessary noise. With the Signaler, you get carefully prepared trade setups, exact entry points, take profit and stop loss levels, and straight to the point market insights that actually make sense. Every signal is built around discipline and proper risk control. There's no exaggeration and no overtrading, just calculated opportunities based on real analysis. And if you want to see the quality for yourself, they offer a 7-day free trial, so you can test the signals before making any commitment. Stay focused, follow structure, trade with a plan. Try the Signaler.com today. Now, let's get back to the video. When energy prices rise sharply, it can create concerns about inflation and economic growth. Higher fuel costs can increase expenses for businesses and reduce consumer spending power. Because of this, stock markets often react negatively when oil prices surge too quickly. For traders, this creates volatility across major indices like the S&P 500, the Nasdaq and European stock markets. Index trading becomes particularly interesting during these environments because the entire market sentiment can shift quickly depending on new headlines or economic data. With PU Prime, traders can access global indices alongside commodities and Forex markets. That flexibility allows traders to follow the flow of capital as investors move between different asset classes depending on the latest news. Another interesting development is happening in alternative markets like commodities and crypto. According to this report, trading activity across gold and oil have surged dramatically as geopolitical tensions have increased volatility across financial markets. When global uncertainty rises, traders often start moving capital into assets like gold or commodities that historically perform well during periods of instability. At the same time, crypto markets can also see increased trading activity as traders look for alternative opportunities outside traditional financial markets. What this shows is how interconnected today's markets have become. News that starts in the geopolitical space can quickly ripple across commodities. It can ripple across currencies, stock markets, and digital assets. For traders, the ability to move between these markets quickly becomes incredibly important. With PU Prime offering access to Forex, commodities, indices, stocks, and crypto, traders can react to these shifts without needing to switch platforms or accounts. Now let's quickly take a look at PU Prime itself and why it has become such a popular platform for traders around the world. One of the biggest advantages of PU Prime is the range of markets available. Traders can access Forex, commodities, indices, stocks, and cryptocurrencies, all within the same trading platform. This becomes especially valuable during periods of market volatility like we're seeing now. Where capital constantly moves between different asset classes depending on global news. Another important factor is trading conditions, right? PU Prime offers competitive spreads and fast execution, which becomes extremely important during major news events when prices can move quickly. The platform also supports powerful trading tools like MetaTrader, giving traders access to advanced charting, technical indicators, and automated trading strategies. On top of that, PU Prime provides educational resources and market insights to help traders stay informed about global market developments. When markets become volatile and news is driving price movements, having a reliable trading platform can make a big difference. To summarize what we're seeing today, global markets are reacting to rising oil prices, geopolitical tensions, and shifts in investor sentiment across stocks, across commodities and crypto. While these events can create uncertainty, they also create trading opportunities for traders who understand how global markets interact. Moments like this highlight the importance of having access to multiple markets, a reliable execution and competitive trading conditions. If you want to learn more about PU Prime and explore the platform for yourself, I'll leave the links in the description below. And if you want more updates covering market news and trading opportunities, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.